Hey guys, welcome to Hard Body Training. We're in the Hard Body Zone, and today I got my special guest, Mr. Fitstem. If you don't mind introducing yourself, let my people know about yourself a little bit over there.
All right, hello. And before we begin doing that, I just want to take this time to really thank Hard Body Training for allowing us to step on his platform to express how much love we have for our passion, which is fitness and nutrition. So thank you so much for allowing us to come on here and do this and provide a little bit feedback and in terms of what we do, how we do it, when we do it, etc. So thank you. I'll introduce myself briefly. My name is Parag Fan, and I'm a part of the Fitstem gym here and team. Fitstem is really simple. We're about fitness and anything that we do that allows us to be productive and sustainable. It's going to require a system. So what we did was we put fitness system into it and abbreviated it, which is Fitstem. So like I said, it pretty much stands for itself. I am here for you. I'm here for everybody out there that is ready for something like what we're producing. And mainly what that entails is compassion, understanding that people go through different things in life, and to ultimately bring them back to the here and the now by utilizing fitness and nutrition. So we found that it has helped us out tremendously in terms of our life. And really, we're really trying to be an example because we made it to the next chapter, and we're trying to get people to come to that chapter because we know how to take this road to being healthier. So we don't know everything, but we know exactly where to look for it, and we're here to help everybody out there.
All right, it's my pleasure to have you. So I'm gonna hit you with my first question, which is, what sport did you play growing up?
What sport did I play growing up?
Yeah.
Besides kick the can, we didn't really have much. I played most of the sports that were offered through inner city sports, which was the recreation centers, the outreach the programs that were out the inner cities, which was flag football. I played that. I wrestled in 6th grade. And then after I hit probably about freshman in high school, I started weight training. And that's been my expertise from then on, which was lifting weights. I mean, that's all I knew. And I went to wherever the gyms were, whether it be the roughest neighborhoods or the nicest ones. I was able to find myself inside there, learning from these individuals, and ultimately gaining the knowledge that helped me to really start this platform today.
All right, is there do you have a favorite sport that you like to watch on TV?
My favorite sport that I like to watch on TV was basketball. But now I went through a sort of transition in my life where I started to collect in and really realize what I was doing with my life and my time. So I figured out where my time was going, and most of my time that I was allocating for myself was watching sports. So I stopped paying cable. I don't watch TV anymore. I don't watch any sports, as mundane and boring as may sound. But I've dedicated my life into reading books and figuring out the success leaves clues. And in order to find these clues, we have to read the books that come along with the people who have made these success stories. So that in a nutshell, I want to express to you that I love watching TV. I've always loved watching TV games. I've glued myself to it for the past, I'd say 38 years of my life. But now I found other ways to find entertainment, and that's just one of them. So
Yeah,
I
like
do
me,
love basketball too, though.
like you. Everybody knows I love basketball, but I
Yeah.
really don't. I really don't watch it unless it's playoff basketball. So I
Mhm.
don't like. I used to watch the Knicks, but they suck for like the last 10 years. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
made me. I only watch my favorite player play.
Who
Like
is
that.
that?
That was it was Kobe when he was playing Kobe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Everybody
so,
loves Kobe.
so anytime the Lakers play, I watch Kobe.
Mhm.
Now it's Westbrook. So anytime Washington Wizards play, I try to catch the game.
Right.
But besides that, I don't tune in every day like I used to, like you did.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
and I don't even watch football either unless it's the Super Bowl. Like it's been
Hmm.
like 4
Main
years.
event.
Yeah, main event.
Mhm.
So briefly, tell us about your childhood, growing up. And
Well, my childhood was it was a really good childhood. I mean, I can't complain about what I went through. It was probably very, very mild compared to most people out there. But I was from the Kelvin Fields of Cambodia. My parents. I was a child of eight children. My mom and dad are, the greatest heroes in my life today because they rescued us from the killing fields of Cambodia and a war-torn country. That's what the flag over here on this side represents. And I'm full-blooded, so I came here in 1983, and was really foreign to this whole societal thing, and got dumped off in the west. Actually, it was the east side of San Jose, and it was probably about the roughest part in the whole country because I was subjected to racism. I was subjected to inequalities based off the color of my skin and the way I spoke and the way I behaved. And it was a tough struggle seeing, the two cultures clash. Well, my parents, they didn't speak English. They didn't know the American customs. So it was a clash with their culture and them telling me a communication barrier and what I should do, what I shouldn't do. When I go to the streets, it was something totally different. So fortunately, I give all my gratitude to the good Lord who saved me, who's been looking out for me since day one. And I found outlets such as I was talking about earlier, such as the community centers, who allowed me to have a place to go when there was nothing out there, when there was just people out there waiting for me to take the corner to sell dope. It was very prevalent back there. Gang was a very big issue. And I was being recruited heavily, to be a part of the Cambodian gangs, because there was Cambodian gangs, Samoan gangs, black gangs, Hispanic gangs, the Norteños, Sureños, and it was all there when I was growing up. We saw the ghetto bird every night, and I had a struggle because I had to be an example for, my brothers and sisters, and to try to be somewhat of a positive role model for them. So I turned to breakdancing. I was a breakdancer for a while. I was actually really good at it, and I lied to my thug homies, and I say, man, I can't join the gang. I gotta dance. And it turned out that where I was like pretty good with it. I was in with a group called E-Rock, and I was going to different cities to compete, and it actually pulled me out of the gang life. And so eventually I finished high school. Wow, it's crazy, right? Through all this crazy stuff, finished high school, and found myself kind of still stuck again. But I figured I had to do something in my life, so I enlisted in the military, and I wasn't that smart, so I got a really low score in the ASVAB, and the only job that was left for me was the infantry. I was the stupid grunt, right? And I knew to myself, I said, you know what? I'm maybe not that smart, but I'm hella strong up here, right? And I'm gonna go. And so I told my parents, a crazy story. I told my parents, I say, hey, mom and dad, I want to go here. This is what I want to do now with my life. And they say, absolutely not. You're not going. I'm taking care of you all the whole life. You're not going to war, because this was the time of Iraq and all that stuff, right? World Trade Center, 2002, 2003, it was around that time. So I enlisted in 2003. World Trade Center was 2001, 2 years after, and my mom did not agree with it. She did not want me to go. And so one day I told her, I said, I'm not going. I'm sorry, mom, that I upset you. I'm not going. And I still stuck with my enlistment date. And that morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I told my girlfriend at the time, who's my wife now, I said, honey, you got to pick me up. I had my bags packed and everything else. And I jumped out the window. I left my savings, whatever my savings was. I wrote a check for my mom, put it under my bed. And it was like, she left me a necklace too. And I put the necklace. It was a sad moment, brother. I mean, I put my necklace in the pillow. And then I was like, it's the last time I'm going to see her for a while. And I jumped out the window. My girlfriend came. My wife now picked me up, dropped me off at the MEP Center. And I didn't talk to my parents for about 3 or 4 weeks while I was in basic training. My tears just fell. Their tears fell and said, they're so proud of me. And there, at that point in my life, I transitioned to become a man. And little did I know that these disciplines were going to be crucial in terms of the man that I am today. So I went to war, 2005, 2006. I went to the Operation Iraqi Freedom. I suffered there as an infantryman. I watched a lot of people suffer there as well, and I've seen just how bad life can get. And so I took that experience and I wanted to try to help other people. So I applied for the Oakland Police Department, which is top rated in terms of training. development, top in the country. And I said, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to try it. I mean, I never know, right? So I took the test, failed the first time. And what usually happens to people when they fail the first time? And they give up, right? So I said, I'm not going to give up. I kept taking the test. And sure enough, I made it to academy. I made it to field training. Then I was on the streets. East Oakland. I remember the first day I got cut loose from field training. I had night shift, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. East Oakland, right? My first call was 187. So go figure, right? You get to pull up on the east side and you see a dead body there, and your training kicks in, and that's all that she wrote. And so long story short, I'm going to wrap this all up. Long story short, I spent 8 years in the police department. I bought dope, sold dope, testified in federal court, did the right thing, put a lot of bad guys in jail, and ultimately served a bunch of people. But what I found that was missing was that I wasn't serving myself, right? I was doing so many things for other people, running 80, 90 hours a week for this department. And so I found myself lacking. And what I do, I cope with alcohol. Nonstop, drank, right? And so it caught up with me, the stress of just doing everything, and then I found out I had, severe post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean, this thing hit me like a bat out of hell. It knocked me so hard on the ground that I didn't even know what it was. And so I'm not a man to ask for help. I've never asked for help, bro. I never said, hey, can you help me this and that? And that was my fault, that was my fault. So now I learned to help others by telling people to ask for help. And so I asked for help. I lent my hand out, went to talk to somebody, and he ultimately saved me from committing suicide. So at that point, I really resigned. I chose to resign, and I really chose to pick my family, because I lost my family. I lost my kids. I lost my wife. Didn't know who I was. And the crossroad came where I had to pick and choose, and I picked my family. And ultimately, that was the best decision in my life. And so that would lead me into my journey. And even after then, bro, I submitted myself into a 30-day clinic to try to help myself with my alcoholism. I'm not afraid to say it. And I'll share it with everybody out there that people can change. And it starts with inside here, what you want to do with yourself, because the only way you're going to change it, you change yourself. Things are not going to change.
Well, I had issue with marijuana. I was smoking pot for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my thing,
Yeah.
And I finally gave it up. I thought that I was never be capable to do it, but I finally did it in December of last year.
Congratulations, brother.
And haven't looked back. And I did it cold turkey.
Good, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, real good. Go ahead.
And I drank a little bit in my early 20s, but I gave that up right away, because it will affect me with my workouts. I've been working out since forever.
Yeah, good.
I could smoke a joint and still work out, but as far as drinking, getting drunk,
you different, right?
It's totally different. Like
totally different. Yeah. So I am very, very blessed right now. I'm telling you right now, hardbody, I got everything I need, man. I do not need to pursue anything that I'm doing here today. I don't have to. The only reason I'm doing it is because it's my passion. I want to do it. And I want to help people see what I see right now. I want them to really take my glasses and look through my glasses from this lens. Okay, it's a lot brighter. Yeah, hey, it's not going to be that easy. It's going to be challenging. But the ultimate thing is that we have to really force ourselves to movement, to doing something, and to really challenging ourselves. Because if we stay stagnant, we're dying. We're going to die anyways. So that's my take on it. I don't want to take too much time on it. On this thing, so let's move on with the next question.
Yeah, so basically, to add to what you're saying, like I always say, we all gonna get older, but we don't have to turn old.
Yes.
So being fit, you have a better way of living as you get older, as you age.
Yeah, absolutely. Good way of putting it.
So how many children do you have altogether?
Altogether that I know of, I mean, I know of 3 that I know of, but I'm not getting paid no child support nowhere, so I'm good. No. Just 3 beautiful children. I have one oldest daughter. She just turned teenager, 13, beautiful girl. I'm very blessed. Like I said before, I have 2 sons, which are just the heart of my life. The reason why I just like any other parent, reason why we do what we do is just try to stay in shape because we want to ultimately have them enjoy life when they get older, not take care of us.
You know what's a valuable lesson that I tell my dad for you for you could relate, see if it relates to you and your son.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up in the inner city, so there's a lot of bad influence out there for young boys.
Yeah.
So one thing that I always remember that I praise my dad to this day is that he taught me how to select associates and friends.
Mm.
So all those dudes that were selling dope and gang banging,
Yeah.
I kept them far away.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
So
good
that
one, man. I'm using that for my kids,
says
It's ultimately, and what I'll add to that is that what I've noticed is they do what you do, right? They don't do what you say. They don't do what they don't do what you tell them. They do what you do. So
Mhm.
they mimic everything that you do, no matter if it's the simplest, small little tasks. They'll mimic you. Like
Yeah.
I'll just go back to my dad when he would telling me stuff. I would never listen to him. I said, whatever, I'll do the opposite. But I would pay attention to what he does, and I would do exactly what he does. So we're examples to them, no matter what.
Yeah, like my dad, he always worked and came home. He never hung out or brought friends over to the house. Like he said,
Mm-hmm.
so he set an example for us, and for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
So, did you get bullied in school growing up? Any bully stories, anything like that?
Early on in my childhood, I remember I got bullied by this guy named Tyson. He's a black guy. I think it was like fourth grade, man. I
And
had these, huh?
how did you handle it? Tell us this, because I
Well,
got a
he
bully story.
handled me. He dumped me in a garbage can. He picked me up and dumped me in the tin little garbage can that he used to have. He
Yeah,
dumped me in there.
in the classroom.
No, outside the classroom, because
All right.
people were liking me because I was funny. I was a funny guy, and people a lot wanted to be like with my friend, like be my friend. And then I wouldn't be his friend. There's something wrong with that guy. He was like, I think he didn't have any parents. He was just like running amok. He was living in a foster home at the time, and he had insecurities. Me looking back at it now, I can't judge him, and I pray that he's okay now. But at the time, I think he was having a lot of issues with himself, and I knew I couldn't beat him up. He was muscular, bro. I could see the muscles on his. Like fourth grade had muscles where that guy had genetics, crazy genetics.
He probably got left back once or twice.
Yeah, hell yeah, he did. Yeah. So that was the only time that I ever got picked on. After that, I kind of deflected it and started to use my ability to get along with people and to be, because like I said, right now the human interaction is probably the toughest to be good at. Interacting with humans is really, really tough, But now what I find with my experience, my 41 years here in life, I found that if you can communicate and know how to deal with difficult people, then you've kind of navigated through, life here a little bit, because it's what it's all about. It's making relationships and keeping them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
yeah, that's
right.
it, man. Yeah,
All
and then
right.
after that, I think I started doing push-ups, and I started looking a little bit crazy, And God gave me like this big ass nose, so it was like a little deflector on people. They didn't want to mess with me.
Or like if a guy got big eyebrows, you
Yeah,
don't
you got
mess with
big
that guy.
eyebrows.
Looks like a Neanderthal or something,
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
That's a freak. I don't want to mess with that guy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
just to be brief on my bully story, when I was in the second grade, I was
Mhm.
always the second or third biggest kid in the classroom. So
Hella tall.
I was tall and skinny.
Yeah.
So all the big guy that was bigger than me, and he was tall and big, right? So he had
Uh-huh.
the weight, and he bullied all the kids in the classroom, all the short ones. He made them cry, punked them. Then he got to the second biggest kid, which is just like the same size as he was,
Yeah.
made him cry. So finally he got to me, and he was going like this, like that is on at 3 o'clock. He's gonna beat me up. So I was
Yeah.
doing it. I was doing it back to him in the classroom, like, yeah, bro.
You're doing that.
I'm shaking in my boots. I'm scared.
Hella scared.
And all the other little boys, like during lunchtime, they was like, "You gonna fight him? You gonna fight him?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight him." Yeah. So finally, when it hits 3 o'clock, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna take off running. Like I'm gonna just
Yeah.
run home. So
Yeah.
finally, so he's behind me, and I turned around and I said, "What's up? What's up?" And then he just shook my hand. So he was
Oh,
just trying
really?
to he was trying to intimidate me the whole time. So I,
Oh,
so
see?
I stood up to him. You know,
Yeah,
and like you say, bullies always it's something internally wrong with them, and they just
yeah,
lash out at us. So
exactly. It's a reflection of what is going on in their
yeah,
inside. Hmm.
yeah, what's going on at home or inside their mind.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
so why did you start the YouTube channel specifically? Like, what made you start it, and anything that we should be looking out for in the future, in the near future? Any surprises?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. We got a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out, a lot of great content. Right now, as you're probably aware of, we're trying to really recruit those that are willing and those that believe in the system that we are putting out, which is a lifestyle. Okay. We're not putting out cookie cutter, cookie cutter diets, things that are going to fool you through false advertisement. What we do is hard work out here, and we're gonna get there, but we're gonna work very, very hard in terms of pushing ourselves uh, outside our jagged edges of our limits, and that's the only way we're gonna really be, progressing here in life. Um, Also, we're looking to recruit more subscribers because like we were trying to hit that 1,000 goal. So we invite everybody to join our movement, our revolution, so to speak, and just first of all, follow us with our journey, which we have a lot going on. I'm looking to try to go on stage this year, my first ever bodybuilding competition. So we're going to document that, and we're going to share that with everybody so that they get inspired and motivated. That look, man, I came from the jungle in a different country. And if I can do all this navigating through life, and end up to where I am right now, to where I'm following my dreams, because the police department was not my dream. Okay. The army was not my dream. It was society's dream and the world's dream. And I was living somebody else's dreams. So now I realize that I'm going to follow my dream. My dream is to get on stage and to be the best I can be during this lifetime right here on this planet at this exact moment. So we invite everybody to come on to share this journey with us and to also start a journey for themselves. I mean, this is something magical. And as you already know, that once you start, you can't stop, because it's just that adrenaline you get when you work out, before, during, and after. It's an addiction that it's positive addiction, first of all. And second of all, this thing is going to create more longevity in terms of our life. And that way we can serve more to other people. So briefly, I started this channel because I wanted to document the journey, and I didn't know if it was going to evolve into this. I prayed to God, hardbody. I prayed to God to, help me find resources to help me put this together. Because before it was just my wife and I doing this thing nonstop, up, recording every day, working out. We didn't know where it's going, but we had prayer, and we had a definite purpose, and we had a definite goal where we wrote it down every day, and we looked at it every day. And through the power of auto-suggestion and telling ourselves that this is what we want, we told the universe this is what we want, we were able to manifest everything you see here now today. Because COVID shut down, okay? COVID shut everything down. As you were aware, the whole world shut down, and there was no gym for us to work out on. I was like, dude, what is going on? Where am I? This is what I love, And then when everything happened, and you see the stuff here behind me, all this gym that allowed me to do this, I knew God was just opening everything up. The universe opens everything up for you once you have a definite purpose and if you have a plan, backed up by a plan to help you achieve it. So that's our main purpose. And you know what really got me, bro? What really got me, man, was when I turned on the TV and I saw you doing our videos on here. It melted my heart, just like I said before, and it still does today. And that I knew that I was on the right track in life. So thank you so much for allowing me to have that moment with myself and to reassure myself that I was doing this for, because this stuff is hard. This stuff is not easy. You know it. We wake up. For us, I eat 7 meals a day to try to get on this meal, to try to get this much weight. I'm a hard gainer. I have 3 children, like we talked about. I have a business. I have a meal prep business. My wife has a full-time job, and it's very difficult to do this. But what keeps us going every day, what keeps us waking up every day, is the passion to help others, to help them really see the light in that, sitting around and wishing for it is never going to get you there. Okay, we have to move. It starts with this small little increment of thing right here, that small thing, and you build on it every day. And we're here as a platform to help catapult people, you know, to where they say, okay, well, if they can do it, we can do it too. Well, hang on, because the train's going on this side, and you can just hang on. Once you hang on, you're going to be able to do stuff on your own. And that's what our whole mission is, to try to help people, try to serve people in that way.
Well, I tell people all the time, they like people like to procrastinate and say, oh, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to start next week. But tomorrow and next week is basically today. There's no time like today, because tomorrow's not promised.
Exactly.
Every time you say tomorrow, it's today.
Yeah.
It's today. It's today. You got to start today.
Something. You got to start something today, and build on that.
And just to add on about what you were saying about how you want to get on the bodybuilding stage and all that, I actually done that. And the first show I went to, I didn't even qualify. Like I was in last place. Didn't even get a trophy, right? So instead of quitting, I was like, man, my body's better than this guy who got a trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
So it just motivated me to continue. Yeah. And then I got third place in light heavyweight. Then I got second place in heavyweight, but I never got first place, which one of my goals was to get a first place. Yeah. And then once I achieved that, because I stopped, so maybe I'll start again with you. We could do it together.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it.
And I'll get first place, and then go for the overall first place, because that's like let's do it. Yeah, so you motivated me by telling me you're gonna start this journey.
Yeah, let's do it, man. We help each other out. You know, I can definitely, I have some knowledge that I don't know everything, but I'm being coached by a coach that has been in the business for 25 years, who's been putting champions on the stage for 25 years. I mean, this guy, I praise him. He helping out from the nutrition to the workouts to even my life. Bro, my life.
So are you planning to do the masters, or are you gonna go like on any age?
I'm gonna go.
Once you turn 40, you could go in that age class, so you could go against the 20-years and
I'm gonna go against everybody. I'm gonna try to take all the trophies home that night. So that's my goal, and that's why I've been working. This is a 4-year in the making. You guys watch out for my transformation video coming out too. That's coming out. So that's going to be really uplifting to a lot of people. And if they really saw what I came from and to the point where I am now, it's total transformation, 4 years in the making.
Yeah. Tell the people how they could get in touch with you. So tell them your YouTube channel and your Instagram, where they could, because I seen your Instagram pictures, how you used to look. And I was like, wow, like that's you. Like, so congratulations on the transformation.
Thank you. And thank you for really amplifying that for us. We appreciate all the feedback you guys are giving and everything that you're doing, Hardbody. Trust me, man, you're impacting lives that you don't even know. So keep up the good work. And you can find us at Fitstem on Instagram. That's FITSTM, just like back here. Okay. YouTube, Fitstem. Okay. Follow us, follow our journey. We really appreciate everybody's support out there. Looking forward to talking to each and every one of you. So thank you again for the opportunity, Hardbody.
My pleasure. And the only surprise I got coming up on my channel, I don't know if you saw it from my last podcast, is that I'm planning to box somebody in June.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. So I'm having a fight on the channel. So tune in for that.
Let's do it. Yeah. Any kind of clue as to who, or is it just gonna be like a surprise?
When we get closer to the day, I'll reveal who it is. Because he's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber also. So
all right. So real quick, I'm gonna have my team come back here. They're gonna come back and say hi to the world because they've been standing back there. So come back right here. This is the reason why we work here. Hardbody. You know, Saturdays we come in and we do our filming for everybody. It's my wife.
Hello, Hardbody.
Hello, guys. Hello,
brother. You know,
that's your baby brother or older brother? Baby brother.
I'm the oldest out of 4.
What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
And then this is my come this way. This is my sister-in-law. That's his wife. And this is the guy who's doing all the smart stuff. This is the brains of the entire operations. That's Sam. And we're grateful to have him. So, hey, also, don't forget, Hardbody, we're here as a resource as well. You ever need help, technical help, any type of content help and stuff like that, don't be afraid to call us and hit us on the text or whatever. We working together. We're going to go up together. We're going to make it together. All right.
All right. Appreciate you coming on the show.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
And have a good evening. Okay.
You too, man. Take care. Okay.
All right. Peace.
Let's get it.
Ah.